Although there are many ways to play this game, I want to provide you with some basic tips I follow to make the game a lot easier and stress-free. This is in no way an exhaustive list, but merely the top 10 things I could think of off the top of my head. Hopefully, this will give you guys the ability to survive a little longer when you play. Number 1. If you're playing on Steam, use the WASD keys for movement and use hotkeys for attacking things, such as Control F or F. The mouse can do a lot of different things, but it's noticeably slower and it becomes difficult to click on smaller things and impossible to click on some things when they're behind other objects, such as when a spider is behind a tree. Number 2. Always keep the bare essential items on you. This will keep you prepared to deal with many situations. The specific items may change from playstyle to playstyle, but should generally include sticks, cut grass, and flint. This will allow you to make torches, tools, and spears. If you also include logs, you will be able to make fire and log armor. I typically will have cut grass, twigs, logs, and a weapon and log armor. Later in the game, you may choose to not carry things with you if you feel prepared enough. I.e., if you have a lantern, carrying ingredients for a torch may just be a waste of inventory space. But this is a decision you'll have to make on your own. Number 3. Remember, you don't have to base on day 1. Use a campfire as a temporary fire for the night to provide light. You should wait till you have found some important things and explored some of the map to make a camp. Try and camp somewhere close to many different biomes. Camp close to the Pig King, wormholes, spiders, and whatever else you feel is important to survive. Number 4. Always include grass tufts, saplings, and berry bushes in your base. They can be a very easy source of many important ingredients. If you're having trouble fertilizing them, then either camp closer to beefalo for the manure or utilize rot. Rot can be used as a weaker fertilizer, meaning all your spoiled food and even butterflies or picked flowers that are allowed to spoil can be used to fertilize later on. Number 5. Organize everything. Every time you need to look for an item in a pile of items in your chest is wasted time. All the time spent walking from grass tuft to grass tuft or from fridge to crockpot is also wasted time. That's why it's important you build these things close together. This will also allow you to be efficient with flingomatics and have a fire contingency plan. If you're having trouble improvising organization, plan ahead of time. If you find something that works, stick with it and use it the next time. I typically try and have everything close together, but in tight little groups, so if something does catch on fire, the fire won't spread to another group. Number 6. Use the time spent at night to do things, such as cut trees, pick grass, pick saplings, craft things, or even prepare food ahead of time. Remember, time wasted will only decrease your chance of survival. It may be necessary to build another fire pit closer to the things that you want to do at night. Number 7. Use the map to pause in a stressful situation and give yourself time to think what to do. You can also use the inventory if you're using a controller, or you can even use the main menu possibly. I often use this to give myself time to think about the best approach to some mobs, what I'll need to prepare for a journey I'm going on, or a boss that's approaching, if things catch on fire, or even at nighttime when you're not very prepared and you need to figure out some way to have a light for the night. Number 8. Build the very important structures early on. Important structures include a crock pot, which will allow you to be more efficient with food, a fridge, which will allow you to store food early on, and also a bird cage, which will allow you to convert monster meat into eggs for easy usage. This can allow you to survive on only monster meat without severe health and sanity effects. Number 9. Start making a contingency plan for hounds and bosses early on. Practicing kiting or killing hounds and or bosses can be the difference between surviving or not. Useful tips can be to place a backpack with all the materials needed for a boss fight or hound attack, or even to use spawn commands to spawn in hounds or bosses to practice kiting methods. I prefer to use tooth traps to kill hound waves later in the game. Number 10. Prepare for your seasons early on. Identify the season you are in and how you can prepare for the next season. Make appropriate dress items to survive the season before the season starts. Gather ice the season before summer, or make an ice staff. Prepare a lot of food or a good food source before winter. Planning and strategizing on how you can better your survival is a key element to Don't Starve. Overall, Don't Starve is not a game that takes quick inputs or a high skill level, but it does take a lot of strategy and creativity. Make sure you read resources on the wiki, which will be posted in the description. Your knowledge of the game will make you better prepared to deal with any situation. So that's it for this video. If you like the video, make sure to like, subscribe, or do whatever you want to do. I'm really trying to make a lot of different videos nowadays when I feel like it, so if there's anything in particular you'd like to see, if you mention it in the comments, it might give me some inspiration to make that video.
We need a VIP too. We need a VIP.
Via?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.